Welcome to History Bite. Today, we'll be taking a quick look at what was, at the time, Europe's most powerful warship, and possibly one of the most powerful in the world, and how it was sunk before it could even begin its journey. The Vasa was a Swedish ship constructed between the years of 1626 and 1628 under the orders of the then great king Gustavus Adolphus. It was built as a result of the conflict of the 30 Years' War, which at the time of construction was ongoing. A video on this war will be covered at a future point. In order to maintain a dominant Swedish presence in the Baltic region, Gustavus realized he needed to have much stronger naval vessels. He ordered 5 heavy gunships to be built, including the Vasa, which was to be the crown jewel of his fleet. Work on it began in 1626 in Stockholm in a navy yard. It was to have a 450-man crew and was armed with 64 bronze cannons spread across 2 decks, making it a real monster. Well, it would have been if it weren't plagued with issues. Because of the ongoing war, the king wanted the ship finished as quickly as possible. However, he also continued to demand more modifications be made on top of a shortage of money, which made it a very difficult thing to do. To top it all off, the ship was extremely unstable because of the extreme amount of weight on the upper hull. It was a combination of all of these issues that resulted in its failure. However, an important thing to note is that all the workers were too scared to disobey the king or report many of the problems with it, which led to them being left as they were. The ship was set to begin its first voyage out of Stockholm harbour in 1628. As it began to sail out, it was struck by a light breeze, which caused it to lean violently to one side. It righted itself, however, when the next breeze came, it unfortunately completely fell onto its side. All of this occurred roughly only 1,100 meters from shore, with thousands of onlookers witnessing it. After hearing about his new pride and joy sinking so quickly, the king became livid with anger and had the captain arrested. Everyone on the crew blamed each other for this disaster, yet soon most realized that it was in fact the construction that caused it to fail so quickly, and was not any single person's fault. Other than possibly the king, as he had given all of the measurements, and everyone else was just following orders. It stayed at the bottom of the harbour for about 328 years, until 1956, when it was rediscovered by Anders Franzen, who was a Swedish marine technician. It was salvaged over 3 years, between 1959 and 1961. It was then placed into a museum especially made for it. It's the world's best preserved 17th century ship, and the museum is the most popular in all of Scandinavia and can be visited by anyone today. Thank you for watching today's video. If you want to hear more bites of history, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss a new upload.